Good evening, everybody, or good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're tuning in to the live stream. It's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. In this video, we're going to get started with the live stream, and we'll be discussing Tilray Brands' upcoming earnings tomorrow. It'll be for Q2 2024. So we're basically just going to have a chill session. We'll just kind of interact with the audience as well. So if you have any questions or you have any predictions, let me know if you think they're going to miss or if they're going to beat earnings estimates, and I'll go over the estimates here in just a moment. But we'll give it another 30 seconds or so for people to jump on. I see we have quite a few people joining the live stream. Welcome, welcome. If you can smash the like, I would appreciate it. And let us know where you're tuning in from. All right, let's get things kicked off. I've got my trusty shades on here. I'm seeing green into tomorrow, but no, all jokes aside, I actually can't see you that well. Those need to be cleaned. All jokes aside, super excited for the earnings tomorrow. So we have the conference call as well. And in this video, we're going to be also reviewing, it was fitting, they just stocked this drink today. So tried to get the other one as well, but they only had the Tropical Burst. So we'll do another one with the Vanilla Frost at some point. But as always, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment and informational purposes only. We'll go through some of the analyst estimates and what to expect in terms of earnings tomorrow. Like I said, let me know in the live chat or in the comment section if you're viewing it after the fact what you think. Do you think they're going to beat or miss in terms of analyst estimates? And we'll go over those numbers here in just a moment. But like I said, I would appreciate it if you could like the video, share it with anybody who can jump on last minute, and then we'll do the product review here in just a moment as well. And if anybody has tried these new these new Riff drinks, let me know. But they just hit the shelves here in Edmonton, Alberta. This is the first week that I've seen them. So we'll go over the earnings, we'll do some prep there, and then, like I said, we'll review the product, and let me know if you've tried this, what your thoughts and opinions are. So we'll jump into it. Make sure to give us a follow over on X as well, which is formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. And just before we jump into the earnings, let's start off. I was going to do the product review at the end, but let's do it now. So kick off the new year with a boost from Riff MJ. So they have the new Vanilla Frost and Tropical Burst. Enjoy the jolt of a refreshing Hawaiian punch with sweet berry kick. And as you can see, they have 10 milligram THC, 10 milligrams CBG, ginseng extract, and 30 milligrams of naturally occurring caffeine from guarana extract. And I'm going to be going to my tenant's unit a little bit later on, so I figured I'd get one of these and have a little caffeine burst. It's late in the day here, so could use a little burst. But let's take a look at the can here. There's only 150 calories, 34 grams of sugar, pretty high in the sugar content. It doesn't look like it's cane sugar like we know they just acquired Trust Beverage Co. as well, but it doesn't look like they're using the same kind of ingredients with regards to the cane sugar. That's one thing I noticed. But pretty light on everything else. Barely any sodium. So carbonated water, sugars, yeah, sugar, cherry juice concentrate. So it doesn't say cane sugar. Looking forward to it. I'm not the biggest Hawaiian punch or like fruit punch kind of guy, but we'll see if they are able to make it somewhat enjoyable. All right, let's make this full screen as well for everybody to see. All right, well, looks pretty good here. Let me know if you've tried this one before. All right. And this is in, how many milliliters in this can? 355. All right, cheers. Let's give it a try. Yeah, not bad. Not my favorite, to be honest. I like the new, oh my God, if you haven't tried the new Trust Beverage Co. drinks, I've done reviews of them, but the new XMG Plus, it's called the Tropical Cream Float. Oh my God, it's like candy in a can, and it's the best drink. But back to this one. Yeah, I mean, it definitely has, a fruit punch vibe to it. A little bit lacking. I don't really like the aftertaste all that much. I definitely like the Trust beverage drinks better. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with these Riff drinks too, if they start to, kind of phase them out and start to brand them all under the Truss and XMG and all those brands. I think that's the most likely scenario, but I'd probably give this one like a 7 out of 10. It's not bad. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Hawaiian punch or fruit punch, so it's okay. I'd give it like a 7. Growing on me a little bit, but yeah, not my favorite. So if anybody has tried these, let me know. Like I said, Vanilla Frost wasn't there, so I'll do that one, a review of that one here in the future, but really, really good. Overall, give it a 7 though. Not my absolute favorite. Those that like fruit punch might like it a lot more than I do, but not really my jam. But I can't wait to try the Vanilla Frost. That one's definitely more up my alley. So we'll take a look at the expectations here and the estimates. So Tilray Brands to announce second quarter 2024 financial results. We'll look at the chart here as well and what to expect in terms of price action in the days, weeks, months ahead, and especially into tomorrow with some volatility likely to ensue. So they will be released in the morning, and then there'll be a live audio webcast as well. And the webcast starts at 8:30 Eastern time. So that's really early here on the West Coast. I'll be joining it though. It's going to be 6:30 in the morning my time, but I'll be joining it. And I actually mentioned today to POW private members that I think I'm going to do a live stream of the earnings call. And then that way we'll be able to interact with one another, and you'll be able to join the earnings call directly on the YouTube channel, and you don't have to go fishing for it either. And usually I post it after the fact because it takes a while for the replay to come available, and most people want to, they appreciate that. So I think I'm going to do a live stream, and then that way I'll be able to interact with everybody, and we can kind of go through it. And yeah, but we'll look at the analyst estimates here in just a second. But it's going to be interesting. Like I said, they're going to have Truss Beverage Co. They're going to have a full quarter of Hexo. They're going to have the new beverage brands from Anheuser-Busch, right? The maker of Budweiser that they bought. And yeah, the new flower as well. So the Redecan, King Sherb, and the Animal Runts has been perforated pretty much through every format. So we have the new Reddies, and then they were also, selling it in the 7-gram format and 14-gram format. And pretty much every time I went into the store, it was sold out. And when they got the Reddies, the Animal Run Reddies, the guy said they wouldn't even keep it in the display because it'd be sold out in like 30 minutes. So I think we're going to start to see, kind of the fruits of that labor of the Redecan, the new flower. And I think that's going to add a lot of revenue as well. But let me know what you think. Do you think it's a beat? Do you think it's a miss? I'm leaning towards a beat, and I don't think it's going to be that difficult to do so. And that will lead right into the analyst estimates. So according to investing.com, the revenue forecast for this quarter is 193.67 million USD, and the EPS earnings per share is forecasted at negative 0.0513. So they are still expecting a loss, which I am as well. I don't think they're going to come in any kind of positive territory with the EPS. Maybe they beat it, but I think it's still going to be negative. And then revenue, I think we should be able to beat that. We beat it the last 2 quarters, and like I said, full quarter of Hexo. You got Truss on there. You got the new beverage brands from Anheuser-Busch. This is looking really, really good in my opinion. And then if we take a look at Moo, I'm actually in a trade on Moo here as well. Still in that SNDL trade, up almost 13% on that trade at the moment. And I'm looking to exit it around that $1.95 area, which was my target. Sitting at 168 here after hours. But if we go over to Tilray here, take a look at Tilly analysis, go to the financial tab here within the Moo desktop app. That's what I'm using right now. And you can see here that it's based on 10 analysts. That's what I liked about Moo as well. It tells you how many analysts it's based off of. And then you can drill down here with the revenue and the EPS and the EBITDA. So they're forecasting EBITDA at negative 26.56 million. And again, this is in USD. Revenue is forecasted. They're slightly more bullish than investing.com. They're forecasting 195.029 million, which is the consensus of 10 analysts. So 195 million there. And then EPS is forecasted at negative 0.057. So they are expecting a little bit more of a loss than investing.com was. So it should be interesting. Let me know what you think. You think we're going to crack that 200 million USD mark? I think there's a very real chance. But like I said, it's going to be interesting with all those new, with Truss and Hexo and Anheuser-Busch brands. And then, yeah, just the new flower that's been hitting the market and selling out like crazy. The new King Sherb and Animal Runts is absolutely fantastic. And for the price, you really can't beat it, in my opinion. But yeah, let Let me know what you think. Do you think they're going to beat? Do you think they're going to miss? Always love hearing from the chat. I see we have tons of people in here, so welcome. Thanks for joining the live stream, and we have some people commenting. Currently in Bulgaria. Nice. Is it bull or bear or bum? Yeah. Let me know. That's a great question, Boris. Everybody let me know. What do you think? They're going to miss or are they going to beat? But welcome from Bulgaria. Hello from Edmonton, Alberta. Watching from Vancouver Island. Nice. Got Nebraska, USA repping. Very nice. Hope it's good. Earnings, absolutely. Tilray Raiders. Love the handle. Vanilla Frost tastes pretty good. They need to reduce the sugars and make sugar-free drinks. Yeah, they have Truss actually has sugar-free drinks, so they have the sugar-free options, the XMG with no sugar. I think it's cherry and grape. So there's absolutely no sugar in that, and I think it's sweetened with stevia or something like that, or something natural and healthy. And then they also have like the Little Victory, a few of those as well. Like if you just go to Truss beverages.com, and then we'll just put in random. Okay, so yeah, if you go to XMG, this one's so good. It's ridiculous how good this is. You have to try it. It's literally candy in a can. And oh, I forgot to tell you the price of the Tropical Burst. So the Tropical Burst was, whoa, $7.20. That is crazy. For comparison, the Molo, the beer, I got one of those as well. It was only $4.47. So I think it's because it's new. They'll probably drop the Riff products down to around $5.99 or just under $6. $7.20 is a little high right now for 10 milligrams, but yeah, that should drop. And then what else was I gonna say? I forget now. Slipped my mind, but yeah. Scroll down here. So they got these ones are pretty good too. I've done those. This one's really good. The sour green apple kush. Where's the one I was talking about? Here we go. They have the XMG Alt, so black cherry, and there's no sugar. So you can hear 0 calories, 0 sugar. And they have a grape one as well, so we'll just scroll down here again. I think they got rid of the grape. Yeah, looks like they got rid of the grape. So they just have the cherry now. And Tilray bought this off of the remaining percent off of Molson Coors, so they own 100% now of Truss Beverage Co. So that's going to be on their books as well. And then the Little Victories, this one's got very, very low sugar. It's only got 5 sugars, and it's cane sugar. And then these ones are very low in sugar as well. Peach is really good, and the dark cherry is so good. But yeah, you got the Molos. They also have the new Orchard, so the lime and the Bedfellows, which is more like craft. All right. But yeah, thanks for letting us know. I can't wait to try the vanilla one. I think that one's definitely more up my alley. And like I said, now that they own Truss, they use the cane sugar, which this one just seems like regular sugar. So they are getting the healthier alternatives, and there are some healthier options and no sugar options. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem at all. All right. So we shall see which one is more correct. Like I said, I think that we could eclipse that 200 million mark for the first time. And just over the last few quarters, we've been beating. Last quarter, we beat just barely, by 3 million, but the quarter before that absolutely just destroyed estimates. I think there's a good chance we crack 200 million. Then they're forecasting next quarter for Q3 2024, they're forecasting 205.51 million and still negative on the EPS. I think it's going to be another 2, potentially 3 quarters before we turn positive EPS. But that will be a monumental feat. So we'll take a look at the chart here, what to expect into tomorrow. So we do have an hourly bull flag that's on watch into tomorrow, and we're very close to negating it. We came back down below the 0.32 fib there. So you just take your Fibonacci tool, you go from the low to the high, the bounce. Then we started hourly consolidation, just means we lost the low of the previous hourly candle. So on this hourly consolidation, from the low of the high of the bounce, anything over that 0.32 fib retracement level, carbonated drinks is getting to me. Normally I don't drink when I'm doing videos, but thought I'd, like I said, be a good idea to buy this drink. It's the first time they had it in stock, and I was going to do a video prep, earnings prep for Tilray anyway, and just made sense. So yeah, as long as we do not dip below 233, then this is still intact. So we'll see how we open into tomorrow. And if we lose 233, that's going to negate this hourly bull flag. So, and then obviously if they miss in terms of estimates, I don't think it'll be the worst. I mean, obviously there could be some unforeseen things that come up, but I'm not expecting anything, you know, too drastic with regards to the bear side and the bear thesis. But, you know, we did consolidate a little bit into the end of the day. And just taking a look at the daily time frame here too, we're not super overheated, so I can't see, even if we miss, I wouldn't expect that we'd be down any more than like 5 or 10% on a miss. But if we do beat, this thing is definitely ready to fly, especially with all of the rescheduling, and the DEA confirmed they're reviewing it. And, you know, we got safer banking. There was also a news article out the other day that there was a couple of men that shot a police officer in a burglary of a MJ shop. So, you know, heart goes out to the fallen officer and the family, and you know, this is just another reason why Congress needs to get something done and pass some sort of funding for the industry, because it's, you know, it's just absolutely insane that we're still all cash businesses, right? It's super dangerous. So hopefully that motivates them to get something done. But in terms of the hourly bull flag, like I said, if we lose 233, we're no longer expecting the hourly bull flag to play out. In order to confirm the hourly bull flag, we need to break the high of the bounce there at 238. And then to get your measured move, you just take your low to the high, move it out to the 0.32 fib, and it says we're targeting about 247 if confirmed. So that's what we'll be watching for into tomorrow. But if we zoom out to the daily time frame here, we are up a little bit after hours here at 237. And we're still post-market trading. That's the great thing about Moo 2s. You can, the US market's still open. So if I really wanted to, I could sell my SNDL and buy Tilray Brands right now directly on Moo app. So it's pretty sweet. Plus they just launched RSPs and TFSAs this month. But yeah, the Tilray daily chart's looking pretty good. We're just looking, we just have another daily higher low, so we have a nice support level to be watching as well. So if we do miss in terms of earnings, I would expect 212 to be a nice strong support. And from where we closed today, that's only about 9% away. So kind of what I was saying before is I wouldn't expect any more than a 5 to 10% pullback on a miss. But that's our key support level, support number 1. And then support number 2 is down at $1.95 or $2 psychological. I don't expect that to, I mean, we'll see. Depends, you know, what's happening in the broader market as well with the S&P 500. But at the moment, it is looking really, really good here on the weekly time frame as well. We have an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross lining up here on the weekly, and nearby resistance at 252. And then we have a lack of resistance all the way up to 340. And what's crucial about that 340 level, do you recall? That is the monthly uptrend that we need to confirm in order to be confident that this multi-year bear market is over. And we have our low, we have our high of the bounce at 340, which was the HHS recommendation of Schedule 3. Then we had all the FUD campaigns. You know, I said that was probably going to happen. They were going to say, oh, there's going to be tons of opposition. It'll never happen. And then that's where you get your monthly high or low. And then we're starting the monthly bounce last month. It's a monthly inside bar at the moment, so we're just tightening up and within that range of last month. So if we break 252, monthly bounce underway for the second month in a row, and we have a lack of resistance all the way up to 340. We break 340, it's off to the races. Monthly uptrend confirmed. That would be the first time since back here in the end of 2020, right before the high there at the February 2021 highs when the Dems took control of the Senate. So this would be the first time in over 3 years that we confirmed a monthly uptrend right here. So we had our low, high, higher low, and higher high. So on this monthly candle, so it was November of 2020, we confirmed a monthly uptrend, and then we got our follow through. So it has now been 1,156 days since we confirmed a monthly uptrend for Tilly. And if we take a look at the EMA 12 here on the monthly time frame, we haven't closed a single candle above it since $67. So if we close a monthly candle over that yellow line there, again, well, actually, yeah, we barely even closed above it here. Look, we continued to find it as resistance. We got above it and then upper wick and huge upper wick here. We've never ever closed above the EMA 26, but we've only closed above monthly EMA 12 a few times in history. It's only been 5 times. So, like I said, the last time we closed above it was back here in June 2021. So if we see a monthly candle close over EMA 12, that'd be the first time in almost 1,000 days, 945 days so far and counting. So if we close a monthly candle over that line, and that level is currently sitting at $2.50 USD, and a lot of their names are trending back to their monthly EMA 26 resistances. And if we take a look at a name like Cureleaf got above its monthly EMA 26, correct? And then if we take a name like AYR, it got very close to its monthly EMA 26 resistance. So if Tilray does something similar, that would put us at $5.51. So this is looking really, really good. We've also had, like I said, our weekly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. That was the first time since November 2020. And then we got our final shakeout and monthly higher low forming, and then EMA 12 and 26 bull cross here on the weekly. This is looking really good into tomorrow. I'm definitely leaning bullish. I think they're going to beat. We also had a POW algo buy alert go off on Tilray. When did that go off? Let me just open up the community here. It was like a week or two ago, I think. Tilray, where are you at? We also had a buy alert go off on MSOS ETF. Buy alert on Tilray went off. POW algo buy alert went off on December 17th. So we have that indicator as well. We have the weekly MACD and stochastic blasting off, going parabolic well above the 10-week moving average. And we're getting back above the 50 weekly here, so we've got a lack of resistance there until 319 and 100 weekly, and then obviously 340 coming into play, which will be the monthly resistance that we need to break to be confirming a monthly uptrend. And if we break 340, we've got some runway all the way up to 742, the 200 weekly. And again, how many other names are coming back to their 200 weekly moving averages? Cureleaf doing it? Yeah, it got pretty close. The high of the bounce there was 701, or sorry, 784, and it came within, yeah, a couple dollars. So if Tilray were to do that, that'd put us around $7.42. And if it came a couple dollars from that, $5 easily. And then that lines up as well with monthly EMA 26 that I mentioned. It's at 551. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Tilray at $5 over the next, call it 3 to 6 months. Not 36 months, 3 to 6. So I'm thinking, 90 days or so, 90 to 180 days, we could see Tilray at $5 or above, potentially. But not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Never ever buy anything based on anything that I say or anything that I write. So we're looking really good here. In terms of the daily time frame, we're getting geared up for another golden cross. We already had the golden cross the first time since November 2020 as well, 3 years. And then again, we get that brutal, you usually get the massive breakout, then a brutal pullback for a monthly higher low, and that's your final shakeout, your capitulation, your denial phase, right? Everybody's in disbelief. And then you get the real move, and that's what's going to make tons of the gains are going to be insane, right? Over the next few years, there's no telling how far this thing can go. We went to $67 just on the Dems taking control of the Senate on hopes of U.S. reform. So what happens when we actually get some sort of reform in the U.S. and then, the industry continues to build for 5+ years? Like, we could easily be at $100 in 5-10 years, or north of $100 on Tilray in 5 to 10 years, right? And off of the low there at $1.50, that's life-changing wealth, right? I'm not here for taco gains. I do, like I said, I have a trade open here on SNDL. I'm up almost 13% at the moment, but as I said, this is just a trade. I have SNDL, I have Tilray in a long-term no-touch account, and I have it in a shorter-term account as well. And I won't be selling any single Tilray share in my long-term account until the U.S. legalizes at the federal level. Whether that's 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I don't care. I have it in a shorter-term account as well. So if Tilray gets to like $20, $25, $50, I'll take some profit in that shorter-term account. And that shorter-term account is an RSP, so I can get in out of trades, or registered retirement account, so I can day trade if I wanted to. I can make as many trades as I want because it gets tacked on the way out. My TFSA, my long-term no touch, it grows tax-free, so I will not be selling a single share until I'm either financially enticed to do so, but more than likely until the U.S. legalizes at the federal level. It'll happen someday. It's looking really, really good. So let me know. What do you think? Are they going to beat? Are they going to miss? Let's pour the rest of this drink here. It's going down pretty good now. And you can't taste the MJ at all. Like, they've got this Companies have got it figured out. Not that I hated that it tasted like MJ. I kind of like the taste of MJ. It's not the end of the world. But Benzinga article: 10 healthcare stocks with whale alert. Which will run first, XRP or Tilray? If you're talking about like new all-time high or new 52-week high, I would say XRP for sure. XRP is like coiling up unlike anything I've ever seen. And as they say, the longer the base, the higher in space, the greater the accumulation, the greater the expansion. And it's pretty hard to find a chart more bullish than XRP. I would say we're literally weeks away. Could be any week before massive price appreciation. And I think we could hit new all-time highs on XRP between now and say April or May of this year. And then there's no telling how high it'll go after that. Because like you say, the greater the base, the higher in space. So, and there's been one hell of a base. And we got XRP was left out of the last bull market. So just watch what happens. They're talking about a spot XRP ETF as well. That's just going to be the tip of the iceberg, Ripple IPO. But anyway, I digress. Going to go with XRP on that one though. But the XRP is my biggest investment holding ever. I don't like dollar-wise. I have more money dollar-wise in XRP than any stock, well, not including real estate, obviously, but than any stock or any crypto. And then Tilray is my biggest, it's my biggest MJ holding, and then it's my second biggest investment holding. Hello, Rod. Thanks for all you do. Much love. Thank you very much. This too shall pass. Right back at you, my friend. Love you all. Thanks for all of the support along the way. And again, Happy New Year. I think it's going to be a great year. Maybe not the best end to 2024, but I think the next 3-6 months are going to be super fun. Seems CGC had a good bounce today. Yep, up about 6%. Still just ranging on the monthly time frame. It's monthly inside bar, weekly inside bar. So there's nothing real. Just kind of bouncing around in that range, right? How about CGC? Well, I'm going to try to keep it to just Tilray. We even kind of went off on a tangent there on XRP, but, I do have a picture of it. Where is it? Right there. So I guess it's fresh in people's minds, but CGC not looking too bad. It's just ranging in the monthly time frame, and it's still a long ways away before it sees a monthly uptrend confirm. So I would expect Tilray to confirm a monthly uptrend, and then after we see a big move on Tilray, then we'll see probably CGC follow suit. The share float is way too high for any kind of meaningful squeeze. I haven't looked at that in a while. We can bring up Moomoo. Actually, Moomoo has it as well. So if we go to Tilray analysis, summary, quotes. There we go. Float, 1.7 billion. Float cap, shares float. So 726.84 million. Yeah. Does that line up with, let's just take a look here. TLRY, yeah. So yeah. Shares float, 726 million. $739 million here. 739, and then yeah. So the shares is 730. And the float is 726. So yeah, I agree. But I mean, it's been suppressed. These prices have been suppressed for so long. Like just like here, when you're coiling up and you're ranging and you have that pennant, and then EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, and then bam, we broke out in a big way, right? And then you can even like take your measured move here from the low to the high. That'll give you your measured move, and then you just, so yeah, and that's exactly where we hit on that daily candle with a huge upper wick too, right? Pretty crazy. And then we had our consolidation back into a higher highs again. And now we're looking for more upside continuation. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. We got to the 50% retracement. Next one is the 38% retracement, and that would put us up around 270. But yeah, I would agree. Definitely a very large float. But like I said, MJ stocks have been squeezed for so long, and the price is just ridiculously cheap that I really can't see there being, that much difficulty creating some sort of squeeze. Maybe not the biggest squeeze out of, not like we saw the day it IPO'd, went to $300. But yeah, that's a good point, Nuna Sneeze. About time to drop about 2K on Tilly and High Tide. Yeah, I added High Tide last week. I did a video on 3 MJ stocks that I added. I added SNDL, High Tide, and what was the other one? Cresco. I think it's going to be a beat. Nice, Jamie. Yeah, me too. But yeah, can't go wrong on Tilly and High Tide, in my opinion. Oh my god, I bought some XRP. Well, as always, not financial advice. Don't buy it because I said it. You have to buy it. If you actually do some research, you'll understand why I'm so bullish on it. Same with Tilray. I bought 1,000 shares or coins. Not sure what they call it. Yeah, it'd be coin tokens. I guess it'd be the better. They're not really shares because there's Ripple, the company, right, which has private equity, and you can buy actual shares in Ripple private equity shares. And then there's XRP, this decentralized virtual currency that you can buy XRP tokens or coins, right? Rod, you rock. Thanks so much. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you for the support. I think MJ will crush it this year. Partnerships keep happening. Floodgates will open. I want to see BZAM and Tilray or Bazam and Sundial partner up. Yeah, we'll see. I can't see Tilray partnering with SNDL. I don't really have any thoughts on the SNDL and Bazam partnership, but I could see maybe Tilray acquiring BZAM. Maybe, just like for the pure organic play, right? I want to see a large company such as Diego, but yeah, thanks for that undercover judger. Such as Diego buy up some of that float. Tilray would rip for sure. Yeah, that'd be great if we get some outside partnerships. But as we know, a lot of these companies, these Fortune 500 companies are just a little reluctant because it's still, even if it gets rescheduled to Schedule 3, it's still a federally illegal substance, right? It just won't be classified as, it just won't be hindered by that 280E tax burden. But it still remains federally illegal, right? So there's still that stigma associated to it. So I think it's going to be, I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's going to be 3 to 5 years before we really start to see big partnerships and big money entering the space. But I've done a video on it. We should expect a ruling on whether or not Florida is going to put MJ recreational on the ballot for 2024. The ruling should be out by April 1st. So that's lining up well with a potential announcement from the DEA regarding rescheduling all around 420. So we could see some massive upside into April, in my opinion. And that would be smart because they would use it as a way they would just kind of make the marketing that much more epic. And then also, if the DEA approves Schedule 3, it has a 60-day comment period where the public and everybody can share comments and thoughts. And then it has to, go through that 60-day period. And then it's probably going to, maybe have a few other kinks along the way that they have to iron out maybe. So that would put it, if it happens in April, potentially, by April, let's say theoretically it happens in April, we get the rescheduling approved by DEA to Schedule 3, then it'd be 60 days from there. So you're looking at June and then a couple months before the election, right? So I think it'd be good for them to start pumping that and, the Dems can say, look what we did. This is arguably the biggest thing in the history of MJ and we got it done, right? 2024 will be all about the presidential election. Yeah, and Grant Cardone's brother, he made a bold prediction on Kitco News. He thinks that there's going to be a cyber attack. He said he'd be surprised if it doesn't happen between now and August. As a black swan, he said another type of C-19 event, as big as that almost. He thinks there's going to be a big attack on the financial system, a cyber attack. We're basically all going to go dark. And it's a pretty doom and gloom forecast. But he's thinking that might even derail the U.S. elections. There might not even be an election in the U.S. And again, that's not my thoughts. That's from Grant Cardone's brother. But that's like the most doom and gloom outlook I've ever heard yet about 2024. So we'll see. Hopefully there's an election. Do you think Mexico will open before the U.S.? Great question. My gut probably says yes. I think it's going to be like Germany. The rest of the EU will follow. You know, UK's really starting to change their stance as well, and then we should see, you know, probably Latin America after that. I mean, they might even be, you know, Mexico might even do it before like the UK, you know, fully embraces it. But you know, Germany, there could be a vote anytime. Like they're talking about any month now we could see go live in Germany. And Tilray's got a massive presence there. So does Cureleaf, Aurora. There's an article as well about it. Organogram. CGC also has the Kincardine facility, the cultivation facility, which is EU GMP certified. So those are going to be big players in that market. They said Kronos as well, I think. But yeah, Mexico and Latin America is going to be a huge underrated market in my opinion. Tilray has been spending a lot of money buying companies. Diversity is a good thing. The earnings will be interesting with all these spendings. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. And I think that, you know, they've done very, very well. They've been doing, you know, very strategic acquisitions. I think Hexo, you know, with Hexo being a pure MJ play, having some of the best brands, the best products, the best IP, I don't think they could have picked a better pure MJ company play, pure MJ play to go after. And obviously Hexo was distressed, so they were able to get it for pennies on the dollar. And they already had a strategic alliance, so they had, you know, this partnership already. It just made sense, right? And it's going to save them tons of money. They have, I would argue, they acquired probably the best MJ company on the planet, and now with all their diversity and their brands, Tilray's going to be an absolute behemoth. Like, I don't think any of us can even really fathom how big this company is going to be in 10 plus years from now. Like, this company is going to be massive, absolutely gigantic. But I agree, their acquisitions have been absolutely sound, and they said that they're still open to more acquisitions as long as they're accretive and all that to shareholders, and, you know, aligns with their business. And, you know, once federally permissible in the US, you know, they could potentially buy MedMen, and that would be their into the US market. They have their convertible debt already, and then, you know, we could see them change over their beverage brands to support MJ, you know, MJ infused spirits and beer. And oh man, like they already have the Sweetwater Brewing, you know, the 420 brand. It fits perfectly, right? Like a glove. All right, going to end it there. We still got almost 60 people in after 37 minutes, so always a pleasure hanging out with everybody, and wishing you guys and gals nothing but a wonderful evening, and hopefully we have some great news into tomorrow. Like I said, I'll be doing extensive coverage of the earnings, and I'll more than likely be doing a live stream for the earnings call. So you'll be able to just tick the bell, subscribe, and tick the bell, and you'll be notified when I go live, and I'll be doing that live, like I said, tomorrow for the earnings call, and then we'll be able to kind of all chat together as it's going through. I think that'll be a pretty cool format, and then we'll also do a review video of it as well. So I'll probably do that a little bit later on in the afternoon. We'll see. But again, if you have the subscribe button hit and the bell notifications ticked, then you'll be notified on all of those videos tomorrow. But if you are just joining the live stream or after the fact, let us know. Are you bullish? Do you think we're going to beat those estimates? Always love hearing from you. It's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us again on the Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video. Go Tilray, go.